It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer called Komes, a Baltic Porter at 9% ABV. It's by Browar Fortuna out in Poland. And I remember last year, Tomek Koipra went out to the World Beer Cup. And I remember him posting that this got a bronze medal at the World Beer Cup, which is absolutely fantastic. It's also got a gold award at the European Beer Star competition of 2013. So we have a Baltic Porter here that's very special. It's won some awards. There's the bottle cap. I'd like to thank Alexandra for sending this beer over from Poland. Thank you very much. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. And I've had a few Baltic Porters and I'm a big fan of them. Really nice style of beer. It's actually a lager style. It's a lagered beer, which is great. So, beer in the glass, jet black beer, 2 to 3 fingers of tan coloured head. And this really is a Polish speciality, this beer. This is one of Poland's pride and joys, this beer by this Baltic Porter. Brewers Zurich, they're very famous for their Baltic Porter. I am a big fan of it. I was lucky enough to be able to go to the brewery and try it out of the vessels. It was an unbelievable kind of experience that day back last year. So I'm a big fan of the beer. So here we have another one from Poland. Let's get the aroma. It's very light and airy. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of caramel. A little bit of toffee. And it's just Baltic Porter. It's just cocoa and it's a little kind of vinous in there as well. A little berry quality going on. I'm going to dive in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, wow. Blimey, it really is full on. It's as I mentioned earlier, it's light. You can tell it's a lager. It's that lovely carbonation that kind of springs the beer along. But there's a lot of malted, kind of roasted malted bitterness on the beer. It's very bitter on the back end. Lots of cocoa, lots of chocolate, lots of espresso coffee in there. Caramel sweetness. But above all else, a mind-boggling roasted malt bitterness on this beer. Fantastic stuff. And although I'm mentioning the lagering of this, that lovely booming carbonation, there is a sense of that lovely creaminess on the mouthfeel. It's creamy and light and chocolatey and... oh, it's a beer to die for. It really is. Poland should be very proud of this beer. Very proud of this beer. Poland, for me, one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing beer market in the world. You go to Poland and it is... I spoke to a blogger out there, again, Tomek Koipra, and he explained to me, we were drinking in a bar one night, and he explained to me where it's like where America was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, where you could kind of, the farmer could open himself up into another field and just expand and grow. This forever field upon field upon field to plough and to plant fruits. It's like growth area, if you know what I mean. Whereby in the UK, you've got this established hierarchy. You've got a beer community that's been going on now for hundreds of years. It's a little bit stale. It's a little bit, you're not going to get that booming growth. You are getting, don't get me wrong, you're getting growth in the UK in terms of craft beer. But the main community, the main kind of people who push it, camera, are not allowing craft beer to experience the growth that it needs. It's kind of trying to hold back craft beer in the UK, even to the point where I believe in 2011 the head of camera chose to attack craft beer. And where we've got all of this bureaucracy in the UK, and where we've got all of this kind of politics in beer, you have none of that in Poland. In Poland, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, and it's just fabulous. The beer festivals are buzzing with people. There's new breweries opening all the time, and it's just a very different experience. So going back to this beer, after that rather long kind of explanation into Polish craft beer, the Polish should be very proud of this beer to get a bronze medal at the World Beer Cup. It's really nice. It's a really nice beer. Again, I'll go quickly over it. It's vinous, there's a little red wine quality going on, there's chocolate, coffee, caramel, it's cappuccino coffee, and it's milk chocolate. It's got a lovely mouthfeel, lovely carbonation, push the beer on the inside of the mouth. It creates this lovely bubbly kind of almost like aero chocolate like feel in the mouth. It's fantastic stuff. But I got one more story to tell you about Baltic porters and my absolute saving grace for them. When I was in Poland, the first time around, I'll tell you a little story. I got picked up at the airport by Pinter, by Zimit from Pinter, and Thomas Kuipra, and we drove for a couple of hours through the night, and we stopped off at this petrol garage to get petrol, and we got some food. And I picked up this meat pizza. I don't think they wanted me to order this pizza. It looked like it'd been, unfortunately for me, it'd been sat there most of the day under this heater. But I was so hungry, I just wanted something, you know? So I had this pizza, and I wasn't very well for 2 days afterwards, and I was gutted. Even the brew day for Call Me Simon, we managed to do it, but I struggled all day. And on the second morning, we were at Zurich Brewery, and Thomas Kuipra come up with this bottle of Baltic porter, and I was still feeling like, you know, where your stomach's all expanded and you're feeling when you're not very well. I had a stomach upset, and I drank this Zurich porter, 9% ABV, and it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it cleared me like that. It cleared me like that. I was better. So whenever I think of a Baltic porter now, I think, brilliant, it's medicine. Final thoughts on a rating. This is a fantastic Baltic porter, for all the reasons I mentioned earlier. I'm going to give this, yeah, it's a big 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.